Hello, welcome back to Red Ted Art. Today we're going to make some of these puffy sheep. They're really fun and they're made from recycled items, well, and some paper obviously, and we're going to hang them into our room as a little sheep mobile. So what you'll need is some brown paper and some bubble wrap. Now I've already prepared the bubble wrap printing, which kids love to do. Basically you take some brown paper, some bubble wrap, put some paint over it with a paintbrush, press it down, lift it slowly. We actually usually get 2 prints out of one. Now I've already done that step just so that we don't have to wait for it to dry on the video, and we can move on to the next one. So now we're going to make our sheep. So the first thing is you'll need 2 pieces of paper with the bubble wrap on it, like that. So I've got the 2 pieces because we want bubble wrap on both sides. Then you bring them together like that. And the reason why we cut out 2 at the same time is so that we get 2 in exactly the same shape. Now I'm using quite big scissors here. Obviously the children have smaller scissors, and also if they find it easier you can draw an outline for them first and they can cut out the outline you've drawn for them, which probably is a little bit easier because cutting freehand can be quite tricky. So this is going to be a little small chubby one, I think, and I've got 2 pieces. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut out a head and some legs. Now the great thing about this shape is that you can talk to your child about shapes. So for the legs we're going to have 2 long thin black rectangles. So did you see that? 2 rectangles. And for the head we're going to use a semicircle. And again, you know, if it doesn't work out first time, just cut out a bit more and you can practice, you know, cutting shapes if you're not good at freehand. And you could also use a glass and then cut it in half for your semicircle, but the point is you're using basic shapes, which is really good. So next thing you'll need is a stapler. This is the fun bit. I'm going to move this out of the way a little bit, and you choose basically where you want your head to go. My kids love using staplers. Here we go, put the head there, pop it in, and then you just start stapling it like that. The important thing is as you go around is that you place the legs in like this, and you staple them into place as well. It doesn't matter if it's not too neat. It is just a fun little craft after all. There we go. These would look really good as a display with lots and lots of sheep. You could adapt it if you've got something like, well, I don't know, I was going to say you could use you could sew it, but actually I'm not sure if that's so good after all. Now, just whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to, because we're hanging ours up, I'm going to unroll a bit of thread as well and staple that into place, but you could always just glue it or sellotape it into place afterwards to make sure it stays in place. I'm going to make a couple of knots at the end. There we go, and that will help secure it like that. Stick it at the top, roughly in the middle, but to be honest, again, it doesn't matter too much, and if it hangs a little bit sort of lopsidedly, it's not the end of the world. Right, so we've got our basic sheep, and there's a hole at the back. We now need to stuff it, and then we're almost done. And I'm going to stuff it with some plastic bags. You can also stuff this with bubble wrap, so the bubble wrap that was left over has gone into some of them. I'm just going to cut it into pieces just to make sure, you know, it's not too big and bulky, but you know, if you've got smaller bags you can just shove them right in. And then you push it in like that. It's quite nice stuffing them because it kind of gives it a little bit of a 3D shape, and it kind of gives it kind of a bit of character. You never know what your sheep's going to end up like. So a bit more, I think. I first came across this sort of technique when I had a guest post and they did some stuffed hearts for us, and they looked really, really sweet. So enough stuffing, then you get your stapler, and you've finished your stuffed, your stuffed bubble wrap sheep, and you're ready to go and hang them up. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe and see you again soon. Bye bye.